Hello, my dears, my dolls. Welcome to today's reading. I'm super excited to give this message. I'm not going to lie to you. This is the kind of reading that I really like to see because we have tangible results on the horizon. And I'm seeing you're represented right now by temperance and the base chakra, the root chakra also came up with that. So I understand that this is a lot of concerns around. I'm getting more material resources. The little nod towards relationships is it is bringing up like feeling safe in your environment, and that includes the people in your environment, so we will touch on that, but this is mainly when it comes to financial resources, and then even feeling safe within like your own physical body, feeling safe excuse me, expressing yourself fully and authentically, and not being so concerned with misunderstandings or misinterpretations. This isn't to say that you are completely like, oh, fuck everybody and I don't care like how my actions or my words impact people. It's not that. I think you're very conscious and intentional in the way that you like choose to speak. And there is a little bit of a blocked energy that I was picking up on um, as soon as I tuned in, where you are maybe overly cautious with the things that you say, um to the point where again that energy is just there's always a little bit of disconnect when it comes to like the strength and the power behind the voice, but that's all right. So crossing you right now, we have the Hierophant. So I feel like there is some type of, and I'm actually going to pull a clarifier to see a little bit more on this, but there's some type of clarity that you've been given. I feel like it even came in the form of some type of guidance. If you are a practitioner of any kind, or if you have, a spiritual practice that you engage in, this could be experienced as some type of understanding, some type of download. Clarified by, yeah, the Five of Cups. So you gained some recent understanding about a past situation. We have the High Priestess and the Nine of Swords. So again, something that I feel like you were given clear guidance on, or something, a realization that you had. Again, if this is in terms of relationships, third eye chakra at the bottom, you have been given very clear instructions is how I'm going to put it. Whether this was through your intuition or just, through reflection of the past, of how to move forward. And that is creating this sense of anxiety, to be honest. And I'm even getting like a kind of imposter syndrome is maybe coming with this. And this is, even if you, again, if you have some type of spiritual practice and you literally have been in contact with some type of, just, source of information that has instilled in you a very clear path, there's almost the imposter syndrome of like, oh, there's no way that I really got that information, or like it's nice to believe, but there's still something in between you and actually putting like foot to that path and walking it. And I feel like a lot of it is what you have to say, and this is coming up with that kind of blocked throat chakra energy, like what you have to say and what you have to create goes against a lot of traditional kinds of values and beliefs here, represented with that Hierophant in the challenge position. And even this is relating to, again, the kinds of people that you will probably be around. Like there are certain people where if you truly said all the things that you needed to say and acted on the things that you have been inspired to act on, would kind of fade away. There's just, at this point, your paths are diverting in that way, and that is painful. There's so much here when it comes to like inspired action, and that leading to like this forward progress that you've been wanting. What I'm really getting is like someone that has been wanting a certain manifestation to come in, and maybe you've been able to experience certain like internal progress, so you can handle certain situations differently, but you aren't seeing any physical change in the way that you expect. This is really talking about getting to the root of that fear, of that kind of internal sabotage kind of voice that comes in after you've received the guidance, and this is getting clear on like where that those ideas, where that doubt is originating, and clearing that up. um right now you are focused on forward progress, forward movement. More so I'm seeing, like, I'll be honest with you, there's a certain degree of comfort in your current situation. Yeah, we have literally the Nine of Cups with the throat chakra. It's like you have, in a way, been more intentional about like picking your battles. But I think the way that you've gone about it so far is just choosing to not engage in battle at all. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a big emphasis here on like maintaining your peace, on really just trying to, again, kind of defend like the ground that you currently stand on. You're not trying to rock the boat. However, that stagnant throat chakra energy coming up here with the Nine of Cups is, I feel like this is like, again, the certain comforts, and like you, maybe there isn't so much turbulence in your life that maybe you've experienced in the past, but at the same time there is something here that you are meant to talk about. There's something here that you're meant to shine a light on. um and it's connected to your past experience. This is something where, like, as part of your soul journey in this lifetime is like leading to this expression that right now you maybe don't feel the most confident in actually expressing. um and again, I just feel like there's, in your day to day, there are like habits and things that we're doing or not doing. I think you have, like, again, very clear ideas of like even just small steps that you can take. If the whole blueprint isn't clear to you now, there are little things just in your day to day activities that, even if they don't seem like they're building towards anything, what they will do is help put you in the correct mindset. I feel like this is kind of a cyclical. I'm just seeing a pattern of someone that's like, oh, I should do this thing, but then it doesn't get done at the end of the day. And then, especially like in the morning, there's like this kind of regret that is energetically, um, like alchemizing and transforming into a kind of shame frequency. And it's like that is on repeat, which is keeping us from starting at all. Because it's like, well, if I had been doing it up till now, that kind of a thing. I don't know. Um, there is also a message here specifically about friend groups are being emphasized that are keeping you. I think even when you're around people, you don't feel truly connected. I don't see you being in community right now currently with people that you feel like are moving in the direction that you would like to go in. However, your subconscious influence, like, you're really being pushed to move forward. We have the Chariot and the Sun here, right? So this is truly like moving forward towards what you know will make you happy, what you know will bring you, that fulfilled feeling. Let's see. In the past, oh, I'm seeing they're really bringing up. We have the solar plexus, third eye just came out again. So your confidence in your intuition and your confidence in your ability to see things clearly is really being emphasized, and it's really emphasizing your, like, tendency to act on the realization that you have, or like whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you will see something clearly, and then doubt comes in and you kind of talk yourself out of, like, believing what you're seeing or what you've come to realize. And this is really being emphasized in the way that you deal with people, but also the opportunities you're willing to take. We do have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck, and the Three of Cups popped out. So if, again, if this is like in the past, you've kind of ignored red flags around certain people or trusted people that turned out to not be the most trustworthy, you know what I mean? It's talking about that. That is something that could be being brought up in the current moment for you. Um, Being reminded of these people, of these situations. We have the Five of Swords now at the bottom of the deck, really talking about conflict and defeat. You having to walk away from certain connections and a real emotional withdrawal. And again, another emphasis on romantic relationships here. So I feel like since then, um, maybe you haven't even been interested in dating, if that's more the direction, but overall, just a kind of lack of confidence to discern when someone is deserving of your trust and when they're not. And this moved you into a more of a this emperor energy where it's like you, out of fear of being like manipulated, I think you're kind of very headstrong now. But this okay, this emperor and this hierophant are interacting in a very strange way where it's like the emperor wants to act, but wants to act on what the hierophant is saying, and it's even just the way that when I start to communicate it, there's this lack of certainty in this energy of truly which way to go. There's a hesitancy in, oh, and even being perceived as being wrong. I think you're afraid of making mistakes, which, like, it's understandable, but it's to the point now where I think, okay, I'm getting that maybe in your past you have been the type of person that has really taken the advice of people who, again, you should have been able to trust. I'm just seeing like authority is really being emphasized here. If you listen to adults or, some type of advisor or guide who, I'm just seeing like should have known, should have been able to give you the answers, but that path didn't work out. It's like this, literally, we have the Tower to the Hermit to the Six of Swords, um, where something came to a very sudden and unexpected ending that pushed you into this place of solitude and having to just kind of turn away. I'm even getting you might have kind of been in a place and thought that it was something you could grow in. I'm feeling like this is like you found people or maybe a partner where you thought like, oh, this is really like, these are my people, this is where I'm supposed to be. And then come to find out as you learned more about them that it wasn't in alignment. And so there's like this, I'm just hearing someone be like, how could I have thought, how could I have been so stupid? How could I have thought that this was, the path, that this was the way, that I could have trusted this person, these people, that kind of thing. And I think it's just that like burst of kind of energy is like once you can accept that like that is what happened, there's almost this fear of even being able to really look at what happened squarely, or like there's this pain around it that is really keeping you from expressing yourself, moving forward. And there are other alliances that literally we have partnerships and alliances come up. um I'm seeing for a lot of you too, like this past, whatever it was, relationship that was very deceptive, like is leaving you or did leave you financially not in the best place, but what it really did was create this feeling of isolation is really being emphasized here with the Hermit and the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. This is like feeling like you couldn't trust anyone or kind of have to do things on your own. Like if I want it done correctly, then I just have to do it myself. Um, but this recent realization that you have, this truth here with this Ace of Swords, is really having you reassess the all of your resources. I'm getting, it's like you're looking at everything around you kind of more with a, I'm getting like scrutinizing. You might even be like suspicious of good things when they come towards you. Try not to be so suspicious because there is, I'm seeing like there are physical changes coming towards you with this Two of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles that are meant to show you, that bigger change is on the horizon, but you have to trust yourself to act. I think you might be kind of in this waiting game almost, where you're hoping that something will kind of drop in. But again, it's because there's this fear and almost mistrust of your own ability to figure out when maybe what's around you isn't exactly what it seems, or when someone is presenting you something and they're kind of, hiding something else behind their back. Ace of Wands to the Four of Swords to the Three of Cups. Again, I'm seeing some Ace of Pentacles and Two of Swords to the Crown and the Three of Swords. with the throat chakra coming up again. This is again really just emphasizing how, and I'm really now getting with this Three of Cups, like infidelity with this with this Ace of Wands. It's like I'm feeling like impulsivity might be a thing that is coming up again and again, both in like your own actions, your own there are times when you'll get an idea and you'll really like, I'm feeling like this surge of energy and you'll maybe start it but it kind of fizzles out. And also when it comes to actual like relationships, I'm seeing a kind of like just impulsivity, if that's something that you've experienced in relationships with partners, um, kind of coming and going. But it's like there's now this mistrust in beginnings. There's like this, we literally have all of the aces out, but it's like there's this mental conflict and feeling like there's a disconnect from the crown, which is like again that higher knowing, just that instant like, yes, this is true. And with, I mean, the Three of Swords coming out with the throat chakra, this is literally like it's just a refusal to speak, but it's like it affects multiple areas of your life. It's not just that you don't want to argue with people, it's that you also don't want to defend yourself. It's also that you don't want to stand up for yourself. It's also, you don't have to defend yourself, but it's like there is a fine line between, I guess, being defensive and like advocating for yourself or not allowing people to just walk all over you. And that's maybe kind of the line that you're tired of trying to walk. So again, once you start to say what it is that you need to say, all of these other doubts begin to fall away, because let's see what we have in the near and distant future. And then we will pull an oracle and pull this up. Material harvest, Nine of Pentacles, and the Moon. So again, this is like, I'm seeing a restoring of self-confidence. I'm seeing no more fear of the shadow. This is like really facing that shadow that has been kind of lording over you for some time now. This is stepping out of the shadow and reasserting that you deserve to be heard. You deserve to be seen. You don't have to explain yourself to people, and like the people that are meant to understand you and hear you will do that, and they will be there. And that is who, you know, you should be creating and expressing your whole divine self for yourself. And the people that are meant to find you will find you, and the people that are meant to, you know, fall away will fall away. I'm really seeing this is like no more fear around the prospect of that. Like I think you're kind of in between this place of like you're really over the life that you've been living, but there's still just some hesitancy around fully embracing the life that you're now moving towards and have been manifesting. um we have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands popped up so many times. Truly follow your heart, follow what it is that you're feeling, get out of your head, because the Two of Swords just popped up again with the sacral chakra. So again, trust how you're feeling. Trust what it is that you want to create and do that. And don't let anybody get in the way of that or make you feel, you know, some type of way for following what it is that you know that you should do. The oracle I just pulled is number 27, which reduces to a 9, and it is Lyra. I don't want to mispronounce it, but you know. And it is music. Are you a musician? Do you want to create music? Let's see what it says. Number 27. Okay. Allow yourself the joy of music. Music can be healing and mood altering. Listen carefully. Understand the rhythm of your own life and the songs of your soul that are calling to you. Take the time to let go and surrender yourself to the pleasure of music. Music raises your vibration and can be used in healing. All right. I think if you're a musician and you've been wanting to to go after that and follow that passion, I mean, how many more messages do you need, right? Trust yourself. Follow your heart. Thank you guys. That's all I have for you today. I hope that this helped. You know the deal. I appreciate all the button pushing, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.